Can't begin my day until I've had a Dickens cider.
There's nothing better than waking up to a good old Dickens cider.
My girlfriend loves Dickens ciders. My sister came to stay with us for a month, and my husband couldn't go a day without the Dickens cider.
My girlfriend loves a Dickens cider.
My mum loves a Dickens cider.
My sister loves to wake up in the morning with a Dickens cider.
I'm a bit young, but I would love to try a Dickens cider.
So there you have it. For over 150 years, Frederick von Dickens has developed a beverage that literally brings women to their knees. So fellas, for the sake of the economy, get a Dickens cider.
That's right. We are live right here on Whoa Entertainment. Oh my God, this is the Whoa Radio Show. And my God, I cannot. Every time that freaking ad plays, it kills me. Oh, I'm a bit young, but I love to try a Dickens cider. So
the play on words is funny.
Oh, it's great. It's just, I love it. So big things coming here on Whoa Entertainment. We've already announced one show starting beginning in July. Which will be Bolts and Arrows with Jody, not Judy. And for those vets in the crowd, it's not the Jody you're thinking of, so shut the hell up.
And watch your language.
And watch your damn language. Dean, I'm looking at you. I do see Carrie and Terrell and Dean in the comments at the current moment.
Welcome, guys.
Make sure, right... Where is it? Right there. OVB, Operation Veteran Barbecue. Make sure you go over check them out. Our major sponsor here over there at Whoa Entertainment. And if it looks like I'm doing this back and forth thing, I'm actually watching two screens of the exact same thing. We've got multiple special guests today. Obviously, you can see sitting right over there next to the pimp is the king of clean comedy, the winner of the first annual veteran. Comedy Invasion, Last Comic Standing for Whoa Entertainment, Mr. David Scott.
Hello.
And here in just a moment, we will be having one longtime friend of mine, as well as a fan and a friend of the show, Mr. Bobby Hassler from down in Cowgill, Missouri. He'll be popping in.
Here we go. They're already at it.
Oh my God. Oh, Dean. So
why do I always get the language warnings?
Because you're the only person that as soon as you come in, you say, "What's up, you mother bitches?" So since I can't charge you a quarter, yeah, you're the only one that we allow to get away with it too.
If I do it, I get a ban.
Dude, I had 3-day freaking Facebook jail because whenever you guys were talking about chomos, I said, hang them by their freaking testicles and shoot them with pellet guns until they're dead.
Yeah.
And apparently that's hate speech. So apparently Facebook supports pedophiles now. But anyway, so real quick, I want to get Bobby on here because I know he's got to jump. So real fast, I want to bring Bobby in and say what's up to him. They've got a hog roast. Barbecue. A hog roast. Sorry, hog roast. Down in the South, we call that a pig picking. But a hog roast coming up this weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, it's actually Sunday and Monday, and we do this every year, Memorial Day weekend. They actually, and we did cut back to only Sunday and Monday because it gives us Saturday to kind of help finish getting the prep work, but also gives all of us on the department a chance to actually go and do our thing. For all of our, beloved everybody. Oh, and of course I pause as you step away. Because I know I'm kind of, I'm nowhere near the tech savvy. I'm the guy that they send to, kick in the door and, wrangler the hose and everything. So the tech savvy, politically correct.
That's Richie.
I think that's why, Richie, every time I see you, it's almost like I have a bond just instantly to you because I don't know, maybe it's just, we're both the different roles, but we're still grunts.
Yeah.
Well, and see, the thing is, Bobby, though, you've seen our equipment show everything that's technical in nature. has a sign on it that says Richie don't touch. No, Richie,
no joke,
don't touch. So no, and actually I've been teaching Richie a lot as far as, and I think his brain's about to, I think his head's actually grown like 2 sizes.
Okay, but which one of you two is keeps eating all the crowns though?
Oh,
yeah,
we are on record.
We share.
We are on record.
Okay,
Warrior Fest. Was it 3 years ago? Eating crowns.
I'm glad you guys, your mamas taught you to share. So okay,
well,
like just
sharing is caring.
Do I blabber on now about me, or do I just keep joking with you guys?
Yes. Blabber on.
I know
about,
I need to
blabber on about you. What the money from the hog roast is going to go to. Yeah, just go for it, bud.
Okay. Alrighty. First off, just a quick little note with me. I'm this month actually makes 20 years for me with the Cowgill Volunteer Fire Department. As Justin said, we work together, been buddies for quite a while. Love what you guys do. Anytime I can try to hook up anything with the veterans. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make it in myself, but I've still found a way to support my community, and that's, if I can actually even just throw in, I'm always trying to recruit, not even just for us, but anybody that needs volunteers. Volunteerism is down across the country. And for those that may not know, it's 70% of all fire departments across the U.S. are actually all volunteer, either volunteer or a pay per call, which a lot of times is like not even enough to cover your gas money. But so what this is, so yeah, like I said, I'm 20-year veteran now of the Cowgill Fire Department. I had a year actually as a contract firefighter overseas, and it's my passion. My wife actually gets irritated at me at times because it's fire department in the community above all else. But this hog roast, this is something that's been going on for trying to think here, probably 35 plus years, almost as long as I've been alive. The Cowgill Fire Department restructured back in '83, and we've always done the hog roast as one of our big fundraisers, and we were always a membership based, which of course we would still come and put out your fire if you didn't pay a membership due, but you'd get a due or get a big bill. Well, now, thankfully, this past April, we had passed to become a tax-based district, which means that we're going to be much better funded, able to actually buy gear and stay updated to closer anyway to NFPA standards. But the hog roast has always been one of our big fundraisers, and it's a big gathering for the local farmers, for everybody. When you come to the hog roast, it's a family-friendly event. And it is actually all you can eat. So I know there's a lot of people might have just perked up about that.
Well, Richie just did.
I was checking my schedule.
He was checking his sugar levels.
But you get pulled pork, and we used to actually do whole hog, but we quit doing that. We found it still is whole hog, but we have a butcher that actually does all the smoking and processing for us. And it really cuts down on the waste. But so we get these wonderful little packages. We heat them up nice and slow, serve that up, that pulled pork with some nice hot beans, some coleslaw, tater salad, pie. Richie, check your sugar again, because yes, pie.
He's leaving now.
And a big majority of these are homemade. I actually am making a homemade peach pie with peaches off of my own peach tree, and I will be learning how to make strawberry rhubarb pie for this event. And if there happens to be any listeners or grandmas of any listeners out there that in the area that would like to donate homemade pies, such, we gladly take them. Because pie making, clean show. Again, I know you too well, Justin. We know each other. Quit feeding me these easy ones.
Out where I live, I can get you plenty of cow pies too.
Same here. and the horse apples.
Yeah.
So, but no, we
all
have,
right. So real quick, where is it at? Where is it going to be? That way people know how to get to it. And I'm going to post it in the comments as well.
450 Main, Cowgill, Missouri, 64637. And also, if anybody would like, if you're out of the area, because I know you guys got listeners worldwide. If anybody would like to help send us any donations, it's you can send us to that same address. Make check out to Cowgill Fire Association. And that's, you guys got a banner, Justin. I don't know if you can throw it up somewhere sometime or another. That's all I actually even wanted from you. That's all I was even asking to help me share that, and then you put me on here. The other quick thing, what the money goes towards, it's always went to help keep us going. And this is one of those things that before we went tax-based, we actually ran and operated off about $6,000 to $7,000 a year. That, it's not much.
And that's not much of a budget, especially when you're fighting fires.
Yeah, and we had all these issues. I mean, we were constantly busting our rears with these fundraisers right and left. Some of you guys with the comedy vets come out and help do shows. It's awesome. It's amazing. Any kind of help and support that we can get. We welcome any and all support we can get. The money actually goes towards, the money before always went to help support us and keep fuel in the tanks. Now we're going to be able to, help keep that going with the tax money. But now we'll be able to use the money for other special projects. If we want to upgrade our radios, if we're trying to upgrade training facilities, training classes, some of these training classes that I've been fortunate enough to be able to get in and go to, a lot of us have to pay out of our own pocket. And sure, the MU has free classes for us. Yep, there we go. Cowgill Fire Association. And even better yet, you covered my face, and thank you. No, but a lot of these classes, we do have opportunity through MU to go to free fire classes, but then we still have the expense of our travel and our room and board, which, that can add up pretty quick. Plus the fact that we're missing work, some people don't have vacation time, or this is what we wind up using our vacation time to go to. So,
and it's kind of almost a double whammy, because you're putting money out of pocket and you're also taking money out of your pocket by not being able to work during that, 2 or 3 day training.
Exactly.
Boy, we know what that's about. Money out of our pocket. Yeah. If you guys want to raise some money, you say have us in there. You want W Entertainment or Comedy Vets, whoever, hit me up sometime.
Most certainly.
We'll arrange it where we can get in there and do something. We got different ways that everybody can benefit from it. You know what I'm saying? So
well, we've had Comedy Vets has actually been wonderful and done shows during our Cowgill days, which is usually and I'll talk to you guys more about that another time, but that's always the first Saturday of August. But right. And then we also have a raffle that we do. The drawing is always on at Cowgill days. I'm trying to get everything out so that way I can get out of you guys' hair. But it's a 50-50 cash drawing, and we do have those tickets for sale, and it's always cash, straight up dollar for dollar. That way it can be easier kept track of. But we'll have all that there at the Hog Roast. Please come join us. Again, that was 450 Main, Cowgill, Missouri, 64637.
Alrighty, awesome. Thank you so much, Bobby. And whenever you come on to talk about Cowgill days, I fully expect Shrek to make an appearance.
With the August heat? Yeah, okay. You want to throw me down this rabbit hole here?
No, I figured why not.
If anybody wants to know about that, go check out the Ogres on Facebook, and you'll see what Justin's talking about.
Yeah,
we'll see what the heat does.
Oh God, yeah.
I performed at the Cowgill with Comedy Vets and performed. And you've been to one of our shows in Cameron, if I remember right, at the Tub Creek Event Center.
Yep. I hit you guys there. That was an amazing show. The adult show, of course. And at the Cowgill days, you guys were very wonderful, kept it family friendly, which is greatly appreciated because we didn't have a clue what to expect out of you, and especially being veterans.
Right.
That's one of the great things.
It's surprising whenever you hear veterans doing a comedy, a family-friendly comedy. It's just
This
gentleman to my right here
is the king of clean comedy.
He's a real good friend. He's a real good friend of Justin and I. He performs a lot. Almost all of our family-friendly shows, you'll see this man's face on.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
if you need a family-friendly show, call me up and
And actually, I just recently learned that he's into rap music too. So,
oh wow.
Yeah.
So anyway, all right, Bobby.
That should be good.
Oh, you ought to hear his rapping.
It's great. All right, Bobby.
Old white man with glasses rapping. I'm telling you, you got to see it.
Well, as good as what your opening sponsor is there, I can only imagine.
I'm
going to be laughing about that for next week.
All right, Bobby.
Every Tuesday, 5 o'clock, you can see that.
Yep. So, Bobby, thank you so much for coming on, and I'm hoping you guys have just a phenomenal turnout.
Yes.
And just remember, make sure you start your day with your dick insider.
Try to. And we got four. Right. Oh, we got 4 whole hogs. Help us sell out because we go Sunday and Monday until if we sell out by noon on Monday, then by all means, should have hit us on Sunday. Thanks, guys. Take care.
All right. Much love, brother.
Later, brother. All right.
All right. Mike is back in the green room, so whenever he gets his camera fixed to where we can actually see him,
he's got a little time.
I'm having some technical issues with my mic stand here, but anyway, so God.
David's probably already ready.
David's like, screw it, I'm leaving.
Yeah. Come down here for this crap.
And I love having people in studio with us that aren't used to how we operate on the show per se.
Right.
Because David, for God's sakes, 3 years now we've been doing comedy shows together. And so it's one of those things like David's stuff never gets old.
Thank you.
Some of those jokes that he tells are just timeless. I mean,
and what I love about David, you can't help but laugh when he tells them. You're thinking that is so. You're thinking that's silly, but then you start laughing about it because.
Well, like I say, it's always good to go above and beyond, except when you're trying to land an airplane.
And I really need to change your title to not only the King of Clean, but the King of the Dad Joke.
Right.
Because there's so many dad jokes out there that are just absolute. They don't even have a laugh factor. They have a groan factor.
Yeah.
Some of
them I don't even laugh at. I'm like,
yeah.
But by far, my favorite joke you do is obviously that emoji rap joke.
Oh God, that is just killer. Yeah. So, with that being said, why don't you introduce our next guest, and I'll get him pulled in here.
Let's set this up a little bit. Our good buddy, our part-time, we call him part-time host, Damon Tater Spray.
Yep.
Turn me on to this gentleman. I'm gonna let him introduce himself here in a second. He's a local guy. He's out of Kansas City, Missouri. You talk about all things veteran. This man puts his money where his mouth is. Him and his organization help veterans. Guys, I want you to give a WO radio show welcome to Mr. Mike Kenny.
How you doing, Mike? Welcome to the show.
Guys, hey, can you hear me? Everything good?
Yeah, perfect. You sound great.
No connectivity issues. Great. Had a little bit of, little hiccup, but we remedied that. Lickety split. No, hey.
You got the voice of a professional wrestler.
Hey, and the face one too, right?
So
seeing some wear and tear, broken nose, you can see that. It all comes shining through.
Absolutely. So, Mike, if you would, please, sir, I'm gonna give you the stage. Introduce yourself. Tell us what you're about.
All right, guys. Hey, my name is Mike Kenny. I'm the executive director for Warriors Ascent. We are a 501c3 nonprofit organization that helps veterans and first responders with PTS. So I'm a 22-year veteran myself, West Point grad, was in the infantry with 3187, Iron Rock Sons, 101st Airborne Division Air Assault, and then spent the rest of my career in the Special Forces with 1st Special Forces Group, and I'll say, focused and oriented on Asia and the Pacific Rim. And then, ended my career, I'll say, at the Command General Staff College here locally. So, hey, back to Warriors Ascent. Done that since 2016, 5+ years, 45 cohorts. And cohorts are just our training iterations or evolutions, whatever you want to call them, but classes. 400+ individuals, veterans and first responders that we've helped. So pretty proud about that.
Wow.
And the essence of our program, just very briefly, I don't want to yammer incessantly, but we offer a 5-day program, a retreat style program.
By all means, yammer incessantly.
Yes. Well, I will oblige you. No, just give me this when you want me to shut up. No, but it's retreat style. So people come to us for 5 days. It's immersive. It's at Heartland Center off of 45 Spur, as if you were going to Fort Leavenworth. And we like to say that we provide our participants the tools they need to heal and tend the mind, body, and soul. So ours is a holistic approach. We really shy away from the pharmacology. Now, I'm not at all saying that if somebody needs meds, hey, by all means, take them. But ours is not that style of program. The other thing we like to say is that we empower our participants to take ownership of their lives and healing. And certainly not the last thing I'll say, but the additional thing I'll say impress upon everyone is ours is a capacity building model. And in my capacity as, former Special Forces guy, we like to say that we endeavor to work ourselves out of a job. So we don't want to be doing somebody's job for them in perpetuity. So we want to enable them. And our approach at Warriors Ascent is no different. So really what it is that we're looking to do is inculcate lifestyle habits, meditation, mindfulness. I'll break out as in concise a fashion as I can possibly do it, although it's very hard, what mind, body, and soul means. But, so mindfulness, meditation, all of that. That's, I'll say, the crux of, our mindfulness approach. There's some cognitive behavioral therapy aspects in it, not quite therapy, but really more psychodynamic education. I say that simply because my clinicians will, they'll beat me up if I oversell what it is that we're doing or if I mischaracterize. So psychodynamic education. So there's that. Body in terms of yoga, reconnecting people with the mind-body connection. Nutrition's another aspect. And, the guys take to it pretty readily. The gals, and we run pure cohorts, either all guys or all gals, FYI. The gals, they're troopers and they're good. And they'll say, well, if that's what you want me to eat, then I'll eat it. And we outsource to Fit Style. So we were with Paleo Fit. I'll say it's paleo-esque, for those that are all into the diet, between paleo, keto, this, that, and the other thing. But, these guys, they provide meals to, Mahomes and the Chiefs and stuff like that. So I figure if it's good enough for the Chiefs, it's good enough for us. And really the mentality there is diet is such a foundational aspect of just health and even mental health and well-being. And a lot of people don't realize that, so beyond just the aesthetic and also I'll say physical performance, it's your cognitive abilities. If you feel that brain fog, it's probably because you're eating a lot of sugar and a lot of carbs. So I'm not saying all carbs are evil, but some carbs are, particularly sugar. And
Richie's over here taking notes so that he knows how to lose some weight.
Hey, come to our program.
May or may not have been a fat joke.
Yeah. No, but the other thing I'll throw out to you is you have more neurotransmitters, responsible for the feel-good stuff, hormones, dopamine, et cetera, et cetera. You have more neurotransmitters in your gut than you do your head. So if you're feeling like, man, I'm just not feeling right, an overall sense of malaise or whatever it might be, one of the foundational things is, hey, make sure you get your diet right. And then, of course, there's meditation and all that other stuff. So that's, mind and body, soul. We do some, I'll call them cathartic activities. So ceremony for the dead, wherein we'll have some of our people compose letters to, in some cases, people they had to kill in the line of duty. Sometimes it's people that maybe have robbed them of opportunities. I hate to say, but a lot of our participants have really endured some childhood trauma. So it's an attempt to kind of, I won't say close the chapter on that, because again, my clinicians, many of whom have, all of whom have licensure, at least are therapists per se. And, our one lead guy's got 37 years of clinical experience and with a PhD in psychology out of KU and then KU Med. So, when he says, hey, characterize things thusly, I try to do that. No, but the cathartic aspects. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll shut up.
That sounds true. That sounds truly amazing. I got a couple questions for you here.
Oh no.
Yeah. And and if you cover these, my bad, because you talked fast and I didn't catch a lot of things. I was more concentrated
originally.
Well, I was concentrated on the sugar and the fog thing. Like, has he got sugar? Is he talking crap? Has he really got sugar in his pocket? I mean, where's he at? How many people you got working for you in your staff?
We are super lean. We're a super lean organization. So I've got my ops director, Christy. She's, full time. I've got another gal, Tammy, who's part time, who rosters our people. So when they apply on our website, www.warriorsascent.org, by the way, when they apply and they, fill in an application, Tammy is one of the people that will reach out to them and assuage inhibitions, answer questions, whatever it might be. Carrie's my other guy who will sometimes, answer the phone and get people rostered, but really he's my resident guru, my yoga and, meditation guy. He's been with us from the beginning, and a multitude of other clinicians. So we've got Dr. Bruce Lease out of KU and KU Med, the psychology department from the Coffin Logan Center of Addiction Research and Treatment. Now, he's not like a full-time guy, but he's really been instrumental in ensuring, I'll say, the academic and clinical rigor of our program. We've got Anna Saviano, was formerly with B. Brookside, but she's another clinician, local. Her forte, dialectical behavior therapy and CBT and a variety of other modalities. We've got Jeff Miner from the Triumph program. He's more performance anxiety, works with athletes.
Yeah, we're familiar with Jeff.
Yeah, you said, as soon as you said that name, I was like, why do I know that name?
We
both
actually kind of know Jeff. Been performing. I think I performed with Jeff Onyx one time in Kansas City. I'm a professional comedian. I think I remember me telling you that. I performed up there, and I think Jeff was with the Chiefs or the Royals, I think at that time, doing something with one of the players, if I'm not mistaken. That's how I met him.
Well, he's with Triumph. Yeah, he's with Triumph,
Yeah.
so he's got his own organization, but I know he works with a lot of athletes because that's really his forte.
Right, I think it was with the Royals. But,
Yeah, a big teddy bear of a man, so yeah.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. Now, I'm going to ask you this because there's a lot of spiritual people, but not really religious people. Does religion or spiritualism, more than just writing letters to the dead, come in handy? And if not, is there any counselors on hand? Because some people got to get their mind right, and that's the only way they do it, but through religion or counseling.
Well, see, for us, the spiritual aspects, they're important, but I've got to kind of walk a fine line. And the reason I say that is because some people are Catholic, some people are Presbyterian, some people are Jewish, some people are, Muslim, some people are, atheists, whatever it might be. So while the spiritual aspects are very important, this notion of a higher calling, having a higher purpose.
Well, and I think I can honestly sum it up really easily. You guys concentrate on the spiritual healing side of it, but you don't go and grab a Bible or a Quran or a Torah and beat somebody with it.
Right. That's not
because it's not about the religion. It's about getting your soul right.
What I meant by that was, are you kind of equipped? Because Justin and I both got native blood, and I do a lot of things spiritual through my native ancestry. And if someone comes there, are you prepared to let them, have what they need to do something like that?
That's an interesting question. And I want to be careful how I navigate that. No, our curriculum is very prescribed. We get people for about 4.5 days, Monday to Friday. So there's wiggle room in there. We're never going to deny somebody if they're like, hey, I want a moment, or hey, I have a ritual of my own that I want to, we're never going to go, no, you can't.
Okay, that's we.
Unless it's like killing a goat.
That's
Yeah,
it.
you
Yeah.
got to limit. You got to limit.
Unless it's a safety issue. Right. Exactly.
But-
Unless it's a safety issue or something.
On here, Mike. On here, you can answer the tough questions on here.
Yeah.
Because all our fans, they use unfriendly words. Okay.
Well, we've got one fan that consistently every show, the very first thing he says to us is, "What's up, you mother bitches?"
Yeah.
So
that's his greeting. Okay.
We've seen it all. We don't care. It's
Yeah, but so-
we just try and avoid the F-bomb. Warriors of Sin, and I've done a little bit of research into you guys. I believe I've talked with a couple of you guys before. I'm actually the president for the Missouri chapter of Warrior Outdoors. And we take vets on different outdoor activities, not just camping, fishing, and hunting, but to help cope and help them open up and kind of rebuild the camaraderie as well. We actually took some guys down to Oklahoma City a couple years ago to a Monster Jam show where, there's not much that's going to bond a bunch of dudes together, a bunch of vets together more than 1,700 horsepower trucks. But that being aside, it was one of those things when on our way down, the guys that we took, they were real quiet, real reserved. We went through our events. It was a dog of a day. You get in there, you start early, you're busting your ass, and you get these little bits of downtime where you can watch the trucks or you can sit there and kind of shoot the crap. And it's really cool to watch. And, so I've been kind of in your position to watch that transformation from somebody who's really closed. And all of a sudden that the layers start to peel back and they start to talk. And I'm a 2-time suicide survivor. So I've seen it, happen with myself.
Right.
And it's really wild to watch some of these guys where you're going, God, I hope he makes it through the next 10 minutes, let alone the next day. and because personally I've seen myself in that position. And so, and so I look at that and I watch these transformations and the layers start to peel back and they start to kind of open up a little bit and talk about, friends past and, things that they've seen or, stuff that's on their chest that they just need to get off, whether it's service related or not. And, to finally know that somebody's there for them. And that's one of our main goals, is to let people know that, especially vets and first responders, that we are there for you, and as a network, we want people to understand we are there for you. And that is our mission is, if you are having an issue, and we say it at the end of every show, and I think some people might believe that we're just giving it lip service, but we're not. We legitimately believe that if you are having an issue, please talk to one of us, talk to somebody that's in the comments. We've had fans that have dropped their numbers in the comments before. My number's out there. There's probably 50,000 people that have my phone number that I don't want to have my phone number, but and they're normally calling me asking me for money, but
and not only that, to piggyback off what you just said, Justin's absolutely correct. We've seen the benefit of programs like yours so many times.
Oh yeah,
we were doing a show one time, and Justin and I we were at the point where we're like, what? Are we really making a difference? Are we really helping anybody with what we do? Besides the comedy, besides making people laugh, we're helping. And one day, a real good fan of ours, absolute great fan, he said, guys, I need some help. The whole comment section, everybody in the comment section turned their attention to Stan. It's his name, Stan. And just gave this guy lots of love, man, brought him back from the edge because he was wanting to hurt himself, right? And just loved on this guy. And he gave him so much love and power. Sadly, 3 months later, he had a massive heart attack and died. We then turned around and had a benefit for his wife, raised money. She didn't want any charity. She just wanted a little bit of a lift. We gave her a little lift. One of our bands, who we got a lot of bands at our disposal do our venues, Conscious Force, they stepped in and said, how much more do you need? Ask Justin, how much you need to finish it off? Don't need the money. Nobody asked them to. They just did that for her. And they still watch our show and still program. And then that took care of them. So we've seen that benefit. It's just amazing to watch people do that.
Yeah. So what is the process for, like, I won't lie, I've wanted to go on one of your events and retreats, but Not only do I work full time and do this full time and run a farm full time, I'm a dad full time. So
No,
my time is about.
Not to mention babysitting me.
And I've got
keep me from killing people. Yeah.
I've got to babysit him, and that's a full time job in and of itself, and I don't get paid for it. Richie keeps telling me the check's in the mail.
Yeah.
I have a question. It's like
go for it.
What is the name of your organization again?
Warriors Ascent.
How do you spell ascent?
ASCENT, as in rise.
Okay. As opposed to descent.
Here, right? There it is.
Okay.
Bam.
Thank
there
you.
we go.
Thank you. He was
because
we need to trade. We need to get our shirts made and trade shirts.
Here.
Yeah. Many times
there we go.
You say the name of the organization so quickly, and it's warriorsascent.com.
.org.
Could you put that in the comments?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because people would need something to click on there.
No, that.
Do you take any veterans from out of town? You do a lot of out of town people coming in.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, we've partnered with Mercy Medical Angels. Great organization. So we get low, like discount airfare for veterans, and it's free to the individual veterans. So, case in point, I mean, if somebody were to come to us from California or whatever, the ticket would be, $1,000 in some cases. But if they go through Mercy Medical Angels and we have a partnership with them, it costs us about $150, costs them nothing. So we get a good blend. I like to say our footprint is local, but our reach is national, and we get people from all over.
Excellent.
The country.
That is outstanding. That is outstanding. Now this is kind of a two-part question here. I'll go with the first part of it. How can people help you guys if they want to help you? Not just financially. Mention that too if you would again, but any other way.
I would say spread the word. I mean, we're a relatively small organization. We are a small organization. We've been doing this for 5+ years. I've been on board for 5+ years. But man, if people could spread the word, and I know it's always the, hey, alms for the poor, nothing quite like that. No, but if they could spread the word and say,
it feels like that at times though.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. No, but if they know somebody, veteran or first responder, that could use some help, warriorsascent.org, send them our way. So that's one. Number two, beyond that, if they want to help us, I mean, of course, fundraising and all that stuff. I mean, I hate to say that, but that's the lifeblood of any organization. So there it is. But in-kind donations, marketing, public relations, PR, I'll say this, guys, I don't want to oversell. I'm not a marketer. I can curse a little bit on here, right? No F-bombs, but I'm not a bullshitter, I mean, I don't like that. If anything, I like to not undersell, but all right, hey, this this is what it is. I've had multiple people, and I'm not going to say all, but I've had multiple people tell me unequivocally, they're like, I wouldn't be here if it weren't for this program. This was my last stop.
Absolutely.
I had a plan in place. So when you hear that, and at the end of every class, we'll ask. We'll say, what is it that you got from the program? What are your takeaways? What are you endeavoring to change? Whatever it might be. And it's not, all right, hey, tell everyone how great this program is. No, it's what did you get out of it? And invariably people be like, I've been to X amount of programs and holy cow, in 5 days, you guys really helped me. So that's my long-winded way of saying, but for some exposure like this, and I appreciate you guys reaching out. It's an honor to be on your program.
Anytime.
But stuff like that, I think, is really going to break it loose for us. And I'm not expecting anyone's like, hey, $100,000, here you go. I had it just laying around, in my sock drawer. That's not going to happen.
I wish we've been looking for that.
Listen, if you find that $200,000, I lost that. I want it back. I lost that $200,000. I want it back.
Yeah, it's like that's
so,
stuff, man.
Mike,
no, but any sort of stuff like that would be great.
Okay, well, Mike, and this year, sadly, the show is and we were actually getting ready to announce that anyway shortly after you come on, but I'm going to go ahead and announce it. Our yearly show, our Super Bowl, our coup de grace, if you will, is canceled for the year. Warrior Fest will not happen this year due to COVID, but Warrior Fest 2022 will come back, and we will be setting a world record. We will be just beating the brakes off that sumbitch, and I want you guys out there. We want to give you guys a table space. Come on out, hang out with us. Get you guys
free,
some more
no cost you
exposure.
nothing.
No cost to you guys. Come on out, have some of your guys come out, hang out with us, and
bring some of your shirts.
We'll keep you guys updated, and we'll do a shirt trade. So,
do you have a
That'll be
logo
awesome.
for your organization? Do
I'm
you have
sorry?
a logo, like a saying? Do you have a logo or saying?
motto or
You got
logo?
a motto or logo on your shirt there?
A motto?
A logo,
Well-
a motto.
Because I'd like to suggest one. Words, I got the inspiration from you just talking to you. I think it should be assuage malaise.
That's
Okay.
interesting. I'll show
You
you
wanna feel
something
the
else
reverb?
just real fast. Right, hold on.
Okay. Here we go. Some more
Here's
swag.
the other one. Oh, dang it!
Wrong way.
That's the wrong one.
that's the template.
That's subtle.
Hey, that's a sugar fog. He was just talking
That's
about.
that sugar fog. Yeah.
Oh, how friggin' embarrassing! It's the wrong
Oh,
shirt. I
it's-
thought I
yeah.
had him here, but
Don't worry about being embarrassed.
no,
You're
we
on
like to
this
say,
show. Come on.
my Latin is terrible. My Latin is terrible, but it's Vincent qui Vincent, something like that, but it's he conquers who conquers himself.
Okay.
So
All right,
I'm not
David,
saying
you
that's
wanna
our
fill- you wanna
official
fill us
motto
a
per
slow,
se,
guys?
but I'm sorry.
I want to have David fill in us slow guys what that means.
Yeah.
You know,
What he
us
said.
crayon eaters.
Oh, assuage malaise.
Yes.
Those are words that he used describing his organization.
Oh.
Assuage inhibitions. Yes.
Oh.
So
Okay.
you get a math wizard on here, and then all of
Yeah,
a sudden an educated guy on here, and
There
Everything
you
comes
go.
off the rails.
Yeah, I mean, I would say our byline is, hey, we empower our participants to take ownership of their lives and healing. I mean, that's it. Because really, that's what it's about, is empowerment. And when I say ownership, we like to impress upon people this notion that they've got agency, of their lives. Because there are many people come to us and they're like, hey, I'm kind of a victim. I've got no control. I'm spiraling out of control, and I'm never going to go and say. I'm never going to go and say, hey, you can control every facet of your life. That's just not true. However, you can control some of the foundational things that are really important. In other words, your diet, mostly, whether you exercise, meditation, that can be very grounding. So in wresting control of your life back, you'll be in a better place. So hey, he conquers who conquers himself. First things first. You've got to be centered and well regulated, and if you can do that,
you got to want to
then-
do it first of all.
That's exactly it.
There's a quote, and it was one of those things and as soon as it came to me, and I remember who said it, I just cannot remember what the quote exactly says. There it is. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul.
Oh, I used to know who said that.
Nelson Mandela.
Yeah. No.
No, that's what they say.
No, it's somebody else.
That is incorrect.
Right.
That
Okay,
saying has
Mr.
been around for a
long time. Yeah,
long time.
I swear I've heard it in context to something else.
It may have
but
been
the-
Ozymandias. You may want to check that out.
Okay.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's.
We got a motto. It's only been around about 6-7 years, but we got a motto: if you're laughing, you ain't crying.
Yeah.
And that was written by Redneck Pimp. So that's a simple guy.
That guy.
There's something to be said about that.
Simple
Yeah.
guy, just keep it real.
But it's one of those things where you're empowering guys and girls like me and Richie and
absolutely.
Dave
Yeah.
to retake their lives, and retake that objective, if you will. And I appreciate it. I love that aspect
absolutely.
of it, and the holistic side of it, of because we all hate the VA and the fact that all they seem to want to do is actually just shove pills down our throats.
We got a love-hate relationship with the VA.
Right.
They're getting better.
They are getting better. I will say that they are getting better.
And I think they're trying. God bless. I know, to be fair, they've reached out. They've got a concept or a program that they call, CAM. It's all about, acronyms, right? But complementary and alternative medicine, CAM.
Right. I've heard a little bit about this. What do you know about it?
So it's them trying to get a read or an understanding of other alternative modalities out there that might be effective. Yeah. So I know they've put out the net call there. I've talked to the VA a few times, I'll say people, not the omnipotent VA, but reps from the VA that are like, hey, what are you doing? What's working for you? And they seem to be pretty receptive to that. Cause I think, again, to their credit, they realize pharmacology isn't the end all be all, not for everybody. And again, I'm not going to say that some people don't need that, but many of the people that come to our program are like, I want to avoid that stuff as much as possible.
And we had a correction. Right. One of our guys in the comments has corrected you guys. Said you're all wrong. Chuck Norris said that.
Probably.
Chuck Norris.
Probably.
Chuck Norris.
That's probably the case. That's
right. Chuck Norris can say anything. You get away with it.
Because Chuck Norris, he doesn't sleep, right? He doesn't sleep. He waits.
No.
Yeah, Chuck Norris is so fast he can run around the world and punch himself in the back of the head.
Oh God, here we go.
I go all day. I love Chuck. Tell us what do you got upcoming? And what's your upcoming schedule, and how can people? Is there still time for people to get on board?
Yeah, we've got 3 more. I'm sorry. Geez, we've got one. Just go to our website and it's on there. I don't have the dates off the top of my head. I can find them, but one in September, October, and November. So 3 more opportunities. Typically, we'll do some webinars online, and things of that nature, as all organizations had to last year. We did a little bit of a pivot. We'd always had ambitions to maybe have more of an online presence, I'll say webinars and things of that nature. And COVID proved to be a forcing function for us. So we robusted that a little bit. You can see some of those on our site. I'm not saying it was spit and polished by any stretch, but it was something, so,
well, and I think honestly, a lot of people can forgive the lack of spit and polish in that, a lot of us started doing these online things. We had a couple of online virtual comedy shows, and whatnot. I mean, and they were rough at best. Because we weren't used to it. I mean, you've got 2 crayon eating Marines, and we're trying to freaking and I was an 03. I was a grunt, so I was a crayon eater of the crayon eaters, and I wasn't a rifleman. I was a mortarman, but still, I was just a smart grunt, and we're sitting here going, what is that? I almost felt like Ricky I don't know what to do with my hands. It's so confusing.
It was, man. I mean,
and just so uncharted territory for us. So I understand the being rough around the edges, but that's the webinar thing actually would appeal in my opinion and the way I see it. It would be something that if somebody could do it a couple hours an evening or an hour of an evening, that actually appeals to somebody like me who's so dang busy that I barely have time to breathe, let alone sleep.
Right. The only problem you would have with that is where you live. You get zero signal.
Yeah, I'd have to.
I mean, the wind blows you shut down.
Yeah.
So I mean,
yeah.
We're kind of both the same. We're kind of both in the same boat, but we both live deep in the country. I mean, deep as in like UPS comes down your road, they got to haul the UPS truck out on a tow truck.
Yeah.
Okay? He thinks we're kidding.
No, they're not. He's not kidding. Richie's road has potholes that are big enough to swallow Richie.
Yeah. There's a photo of me sitting in a pothole. Actually set Indians down in the pothole and 18 inches all the way around me. And then right across from there, there's a pothole shaped perfect like a heart. And you tell me that the Great Spirit ain't got a sense of humor to shape a pothole like a freaking heart. Okay. Well,
yeah. But and so it's one of those, they jokingly people say I live out where the chickens and the owls fornicate. So, and it's one of those things. Part of the reason why I moved out to that area is because I wanted to get out of the city, and it actually helped me. I've had less issues with my anxiety. I've had less issues with my blood pressure. Just being able to be out in nature, and that's one of my biggest therapies is being out in nature, as well as doing this, surprisingly. But so warriorsascent.org. Do you guys have? I'm sure you guys have a Facebook page.
Absolutely. Yep.
Okay.
So Warriors Ascent. Yep.
Have you been banned yet?
Not yet. We try to play nicely with others, so we follow the rules.
We do too, but apparently whenever you talk smack about pedophiles, it freaking Facebook flags you and gives you a 3-day ban.
Yeah.
But anyway.
And for the record, it wasn't me. It wasn't me, for the record, this time.
It was this guy.
Yeah, it was the guy. He's a wizard.
I'll own it.
His Mystical voice. That was him. It was the voice, not mine.
Guys,
great show. We're here with Mike.
Thank you.
We're here with Mike. Mike gets things done. Mike Kenny, he gets things done. If you want to go on his website, he's gave it out on his .com. He's gave all that out. Check him out. They're a good organization. I tell you what, if you ever want to partner with us, Mike, get a hold of me, and we'll partner do some type of event.
Oh yeah,
we can partner with you.
I'm definitely down with that.
Comedy. We got access to probably 20 bands who know us.
Hell yeah.
Love Just Nice. So
I don't know why they love us, but they do.
I got a clue, but they'll throw it out for us. And they love what we're doing. They love the veteran thing. They love what we're doing, what we're about. We're not counterfeit to them, so they hang on to us, and we advertise them. So we got comedians. I mean, this gentleman right here is an outstanding comedian in his own right, and him and I perform together a lot. So anything you need, as far as fundraising, if you want comedy or bands, don't hesitate, brother. WO Entertainment, that's where you need to be.
That would be great. Getting back to what you're saying, so we run 3 cohorts, but in terms of fundraising, we in a couple weeks, Leadville, Colorado. Are you familiar with that?
No.
So
no.
Leadville, the highest incorporated city in the United States, was a mining town, and then the mines dried up, and they're like, "Oh my God, what do? We don't have a livelihood." So they turned it into like a race series. So they'll do.
That's right. Yes, we have heard that.
Yeah.
Yes, we've heard that.
Full marathons. They'll do the bike race. They'll do the 100-miler. Crazy stuff. So we've got a retired, West Point colonel, a couple years ahead, senior to me. He runs it. He's a big-time marathoner. So we've got that June 19th. So some people are go to our website.
The closest to a marathon that Richie's ran is from his couch to the refrigerator.
Yeah, at my house we got what we call the Rib 100.
The Rib 100.
Rib 100. If you can run 100 feet, you get a rib.
Hey, I'm liking the sound of that.
Food is a hell of a motivator.
Anybody can come. Anybody can play. Anybody can go. There's no sign up fee. You show up, you get a rib.
Yeah. No, that sounds good.
Something wrong.
Yeah, and then we'll do like a gala at the end of the year. So it's going to be at Arrowhead. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Nice.
Arrowhead's always fun. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey, real quick, Tater's son Evan is about to play some ball, so let's give him, send him some good luck, and hopefully they win tonight.
Yeah, and like I said, Tater's the guy that
I'm not sure the name of the town.
Tater's the one that turned me on to you guys. So thank you, Tater, and your guys here tonight.
Definitely. So, and you're more than welcome to hang out for the rest of the show. Here in about 5 minutes, we do got to jump into our normal segments of Don't DIY and Pimps Pets and trivia questions and top 10s. But
if you hang around,
you get to see the shenanigans that are our show.
I just want to let you know, if you hang around, we're not responsible for your feelings afterwards.
Yeah.
Especially whenever we go into the top 10s. These top 10s that we do are so horrible. We don't know who voted or wrote these top 10s, but they are just the worst.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to see.
like bad.
Yeah, bad. Do you have one?
I got a couple.
Okay.
You hear that echo now? You hear that echo?
Yeah, now I've got an echo. I think it's coming off of his computer.
Oh. All right.
But anyway, so
I
had another question.
Before we close him out, though, we got to do our standard 2 questions.
Oh God, yep, go for it.
All right, we got Mike. Every time we have a special guest on, we got 2 questions we'd like to ask him. Okay.
Sure.
All right, number 1. Bloney or Spam?
Oh, that's a good one. I like Spam. And I spent some time in Hawaii. You know, one of my last duty stations was at Special Operations Command Pacific. They love Spam out there.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Are you sandals or flip-flops?
Neither.
There you go. Okay.
Neither.
I'm a boot guy.
Yeah, you know, hey, you just never know when you got to go.
Yeah, I wear flip-flops, but I wear sandals. I'll get my Jesus on once in a while. Wear some sandals, you know. Like Spam too. So all right, thank you for that. That's good.
Oh man. So real quick, I got to share this because I found this this at a garage sale this weekend, and I'm super stoked about it because it's actually going to be part of our decor for the network now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The Waffen SS.
And it's
solid.
metal. And
yeah.
So I looked over and I seen it and I was like, dude, how much do you want for that? And he told me, and I was like, okay. You know, knowing that it's worth more than what he asked me for it, I was like, okay, yeah. So I'm kind of torn. I kind of want to take a wire wheel to it and clean it up a little bit. But on the same note, I almost want to just leave it.
I know, because you wonder, you know, what kind of grit and stuff, you know, from way back when. Yeah.
So that's, you know, that was one of those. I'm like, damn, so here within a month, I've gotten two things that were well over well older than me. I'll put it that way. My tractor that is around 70 years old, and then that. So,
nice. What kind of tractor?
Is it's between a 47 and a 1954 Farmall Super A, and I've had it for about a month, and I've already tried to kill myself on it twice. You know, if you've ever seen the movie Son-in-Law, watch First Gear. It's a little tricky. Yeah. So, yeah, that was fun. It does pop wheelies really well, though.
You want some knowledge?
Yeah.
I'm the captain of my soul is from the poem Invictus, written in 1892.
Thank you.
It's 130 years old almost.
Nice.
By William Ernest Henley.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Invictus.
So there you are.
Invictus.
So there you are.
We like having you around.
Yeah. See, you need to be on the show more often.
Who I believe preceded Chuck Norris. I believe.
Yeah.
Well,
Chuck
Norris
and Nelson Mandela.
And Nelson Mandela.
Chuck Norris was born wherever wanted.
I remember. Yeah. I just couldn't place it, but I knew it was older.
Yeah, and like I said, somebody had told me Nelson Mandela said it, and I was like, "What?"
Surprised this day and age somebody didn't say Homer Simpson said it.
Oh,
you know.
Right. The Simpsons predict everything. So
you got a message on here from Michael Wilcox. Said he's got a 1944 H Farmall.
Yeah.
That goes back.
That's.
What age was the Green Acres tractor?
I don't. I believe that was actually a John Deere.
But that was a Depression era, wasn't it?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, Depression. That been what 30-some?
Yep, something like that.
Wow.
But anyway, so.
All right, you got the tribute today.
Yeah, I got to pull it back up. Hold on.
All right,
but warriorsascent.org.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. Mike Kenny, he loves calls. Call him anytime, night or day.
Yeah. Sign up.
No, just sign up. Yeah. I want to thank everybody. Thank Bobby for joining us. Terrell, Michael, thank you for coming in. We got Dean Cerny. We got Carrie and Mencia. Apologize. Thank you all. Daryl Wint. Of course, thank you, Daryl Wint. Appreciate you. You're a longtime fan.
He showed up late.
Jennifer Westerman, thank you for coming in. And by the way, Jennifer is one of the hosts on our network.
She's also one of our network mentors,
and she's a associate producer for the Roy Anthony Show.
Here we go.
On here, we got 10 different shows on this network. So she's very heavily involved in things going on here. I thank Justice Snodgrass for watching. It says on Justice Snodgrass watching on here. David Scott, thank you for being here in the studio.
Sure.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, so our trivia question and I'm going to do this one as 20.
Oh, here we go.
In the movie Office Space, what two posters are seen hanging in Michael Bolton's cubicle wall? In the movie Office Space, what two posters are seen hanging on Michael Bolton's cubicle office wall? So, and while we're getting waiting for answers to pop in for that one, I'm going to.
I believe one of them was warriorsascent.org.
Yeah, no.
You're right. Yes.
Stop brown nosing, David.
If not, it should have been.
Yeah. Stop brown nosing.
That's Ascent, ASCENT.
Right. And Warriors.
Warriors.
Yeah.
Ascent.
Warriors, common spelling. I was like, when somebody's telling you some word that you never heard of, they say, it's common spelling. Okay, how you spell it to begin with? Okay, I don't know the common spelling crap. Or you got some weird name like Hushumagia, common spelling.
Huh?
What? Is there a G in it? Is there a K? X? Is there an X in it? I don't know. Common spelling.
Do we have any guesses so far?
Not yet. We got a small lag from the comments.
Yeah.
About 20 seconds. And I've seen we lost some viewers, so that means they went on the computer and looking it up.
Yeah, they're Googling.
They're Googling right now. What this mystery box is?
Dean is like slacking, man.
He is slacking.
Like I'm looking at the comments here, and normally he's like one of the first ones to pop something off.
Maybe he's on Warrior Set filling out application.
Maybe.
What it is, Mike, we got a mystery box that Justin and I start every single year. Right after Warrior Fest, we give one away. Warrior Fest start again. We take donations. We put things in there. Half time we don't know what it is. We just put it in there.
So this is going to be a big one because we're waiting 2 years to give it away.
Well, we might give it away at another event we got coming.
Okay.
We'll talk about that. But we give it away at Warrior Fest. It's supposed to be. All right. And if no one's there, I got to mail it out of my pocket. But this thing.
The last one cost you
cost me
almost $50.
Almost $50 to mail the last one off. But man of my word. But in this thing, you got all kinds of donations from people like shirts, Scentsy candle type food, had all kind of, that's some neat stuff. We have a guy that did barbecue sauce and sit down 2 or 3 unopened barbecue. I'm sorry, 2 unopened barbecue sauces. Might have been 3 cents, but 2 got in the box. But they were unopened. He made them himself. He's got his own business, veteran-owned business. They put them in the box. They had firefighter stuff in there. Anybody could donate to the mystery box, and we just seal it up, send it to them, and people love this thing. So that's what they're going for now.
And at the current moment, if you want to know what's in the mystery box, good luck, because we don't either.
I've been putting a few things in there. I can tell you a few things, but
I'm scared to look, so I just don't.
One year, I got bored and got a what was that? I got that
the drug test, home drug test.
I got a home drug test and threw it in there also. 1 year I was bored.
I think that was the one Dean got.
Dean got it, yeah. But it was last year. I threw a home drug test in there last year. A couple years we had bar soap and a pencil. Threw some pencils in there. All kind of weird stuff.
So, in the movie Office Space, what are the two posters that you can see hanging on Michael Bolton's cubicle wall? No, this has got stains on it and stuff, Carl. But he said put the Tunk shirt in there. I can't. I've got
not that one. If Tunks was to give one, they could put it in there.
If Lucas wants to give me one to put in there, I'll do it.
Yeah, the one you got, no. You've been underneath somebody's house.
I've been underneath several houses. That's just today.
Yeah.
So
okay. Yeah, but I didn't even take Tylenol. Oh.
I don't even take Tylenol, and I got to go at home drug test.
Right.
Well, we also, Mike, I didn't know if you know this, or if Richie told you this before you came on. We actually know the real identity of Bigfoot.
Oh, yeah. No,
and we can explain why also. It's actually Dean Cerny. He's down in the comments. And the reason why is because they've never been photographed at the same place at the same time.
That makes sense.
So, and he's a big bastard, big hairy bastard. So,
yeah. Bigfoot.
So
are we gonna have a winner?
I think we've got a skunk on this one.
Oh, we ain't had one in 2 years.
Yeah, no, we've been doing 2 years on this, and we've never had somebody stumped.
We did once, remember? But it was 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, here we go. We got.
Nope.
I'd met at home beer test.
Beer test.
I bet you would.
So,
okay.
Mike, do you have an idea of
idea.
What the 2 posters?
David,
Office Space. No idea.
Yep. Oh.
I don't even know what the hell that even is, so I couldn't give you an education.
In the movie Office Space, Dean's asking what the question is again.
All
In the movie Office Space, what two posters can be seen on Michael Bolton's cubicle wall?
Oh, you know,
there's one specific scene I'm thinking of, and it shows him, and it's almost like a 3/4 view of his face, and it actually shows both posters at the same time. So, and this is crazy. We've never gone this long.
Well, April. I don't see April.
Terrell, you are wrong.
Oh, here we go. Got answers coming in.
Well, Terrell's half wrong.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Terrell is half wrong.
Yeah, he's half wrong. Yeah.
So everybody has at least one answer if they're paying attention to the comments, but they have to figure out which of the two is the correct answer. But yeah, this is interesting.
Yeah.
Because
only a couple seconds.
Yeah. And I do believe there's another one of the two posters is actually hanging in his apartment and in that scene as well, behind the couch. So
well, here we go.
Dang, we're 7 minutes into this and nobody's gotten it yet. This is nuts. Like normally it's 2 minutes and we're.
That's why it's 20 instead of 10 entries. Yeah, you get 20.
Dean, you are half right.
Ooh, both of them are half right. Which halves? Anyway, Mike, how we figured out who the winner is? We enter all these names, all these entries they get 500 entries, 400,000 entries, whatever. We enter them into our app on Justin's phone. He hits a button and we let it randomly pick, and that's how we figure it out. Of the mystery. Yeah.
That's pretty
there you go, Terrell.
Ding, 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 ding. We have a winner.
It's Terrell. So I got to add him to the thingy as soon as it loads.
The answer is
Snoop Dogg and the Navy SEALs.
Yep, Snoop Dogg and Navy SEALs. That is correct.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And it's Terrell, right?
Yep, that is Terrell.
Right, just in case you forget, I got it wrote down right there. All right. Well, that was a good question. Excellent question.
Well, I figured it was going to be a hard one, so I was like, yeah, 20 will do it. So real quick, let's jump into our Don't DIYs. Excuse me, as soon as I find Terrell's name on here.
So in radio silence here,
yeah, go for it.
Be avoided. If I only had one word to describe myself, it would be not very good at following directions. Also, shout out to my 4 favorite bags: punching, grab, barf, and Papa's got a brand new.
You're a damn mess.
If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. I have no idea how many times I say things.
All right. All right. On to our Don't DIY. Oh, God, Dean. It's pretty close tie between you and Carrie. I'm pretty sure. Let me double check here. Carrie is at 1190. Dean, you are at. You're actually in a close third at 135. So at least that's what I've got here, unless I've got some that I haven't. Dude, Terrell, don't say that, because we had Annie Marie Honeycutt had well over 5,000 entry, almost 5,000 entries in the first mystery box, and High Tech won it with 39. So don't say you ain't gonna win it with your 20 that you've got so far. So let me pull up here, and this is a picture of the back of the Woe Entertainment computer, and this is your Don't DIY moment. Part of me wonders if this actually worked.
I bet it did. I bet that actually worked.
My word.
I got to tell you something. That looks like something I'd try.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
I figured it would be something you would try, but I legitimately wonder if this actually worked.
That's wrong on so many levels.
Yes.
At what point does that become 30 seconds away from an ass whipping?
That's 30 seconds away from electrocution. And that is definitely Bobby Hassler just popped in job security. Yes, that is definitely job security for him. Because as long as people do stupid shit like that, they're definitely going to burn their house down. And yeah. Dean, I'm giving Dean 10 more for that one. When Justin told Richie, just make it work.
Yeah.
Anyway, would you like to know my 2 favorite kinds of songs?
Oh, God.
My first is love songs, and the second is songs that welcome me to the jungle. There you are.
David, stop.
Got an Apple Watch, and it monitors my breathing and heart rate. And so I've nicknamed it Santa.
This is when you're
because
sleeping.
it knows when I am sleeping. It knows when I'm awake. Apparently, it knows if I've been bad or good. Come on, Apple, give me a break.
Oh.
There's more.
Oh. There's always more with you, man. I don't think it ever stops. You're one of those comedians that never turns it off. Oh, man. And now this thing that Richie sent me for the Pimps Pets, I'm going to write a disclaimer on this or state a disclaimer on this. I don't know what kind of LSD Richie did before he found this, but I swear he was on something. He either got into the peyote or something. So
here we go.
Here you go.
Ladies
Pimps
and gentlemen,
Pets.
Today's Pimps Pet is called the Cosmic Caterpillar. There ain't much to read about this thing because you look up Cosmic Caterpillar and it's stuff in outer space. It's stuff that comes from the galaxy. So the only write-up I got for it is what I'm about to read to you. While dazzling as the Cosmos Caterpillar is, serious pest in moth stage, destroying ripe and ripping through fruit harvests across Hawaii, Australia, and West Bengal, India. It's a very destructive thing. Look at that thing. It looks like it swallowed a squirrel. Look at that. There's many colors of these things. Absolute many colors. There's orange, there's blue, there's black, there's
an orange one right there.
chartreuse. I couldn't get them all on here because we don't have the space. But take a look at these things. It looks like they got 2 eyeballs on the side right there. That is not its head. Its head looks like the dog head over there. That's the head. Okay. But it'll rip through the banana. It had a live video, and I can't find it again, where it was tearing through an orange. And it was seconds. It went right through the orange.
Huh.
This thing is it's just wild.
So they're vicious little bastards,
yes.
huh?
Now, there's part 2 of this. It's kind of a double-header Pimps Pet. Because after you read about these things and after you look at them, they turn into some of the most coolest-looking butterflies.
Oh.
Look at some of these pictures on these butterflies.
Nice.
These are real. These are not Photoshop.
This one right here, as soon
that.
as I seen you post that you sent that to me, I was like, wait, no.
Yeah, that's it.
And
that's real. That is absolutely 100% real. And it's classified as a butterfly moth.
What? Really?
Yes.
Huh.
Yes. Look at that. Look at the colors of that thing. Now, that was a short one today because there's not much to read about them, but that's your Pimp's Pet right there. Look these things up. These are incredible.
Tara, why does it look like it has googly eyes glued on it? It does. It does.
It's freaky, man. I read about the thing. My wife's like, "What are you reading?" I'm like, "I don't know. I have no idea, but I'm reading about the thing."
That's
But
crazy.
don't look like part skunk, part squirrel, and part
worm.
Damn.
Yeah.
You know? But they're very
But then it turns into this.
Ain't that cool as hell?
Huh.
Look at the colors of that thing. Look at that.
That's great. Yeah, because you sent me these and he likes to send me these at like the absolute last possible minute.
Sometimes it's real weird. I sent it to him the night prior. He could sleep thinking about him.
Yeah. Well, you sent me these last night, and I was looking at them. I was like, damn. Show wife was sitting next to me, and I showed it to her. She's like, that's cool. Like, yeah. Well.
One of the ones I had on here, Mike. If you get a free opportunity,
every stoner has one of those butterflies on a tie-dye shirt somewhere. Athen.
Those are super colorful.
Yeah, they're cool.
Pim's pets out his pets. Yeah. If you get an opportunity, Mike, you really want to look at a weird creature, go look up the
goblin shark.
The goblin shark. Yes.
I think I've heard of it.
That thing is weird. That thing is the stuff of I will go ahead and say that thing is the stuff of nightmares. I'm sorry. They need to make a horror movie strictly based on the goblin shark.
There's a video when he goes to eat, his mouth just keeps coming out. Snatches it and pulls it back.
Yeah, like his top and bottom jaw, like leave the flesh of his lips and what?
Yeah, like the great white. It's crazy.
We've had some of them on there. I've had this is literally what they're called. They're called penis snakes.
Oh, the dick snake.
Yeah, the dick snake. We couldn't get in trouble saying it because that's a clinical worm. It's a penis snake.
Goblin Sharknado.
But yeah, check it out. But that's your Pim's Pets for the day, gentlemen. Hope you all appreciate that one.
Oh, Richie, I forgot. You're going to be proud of me, by the way.
Oh,
I actually did something correct, I guess, in your eyes.
Oh.
I ordered all 3 of the John Wicks.
Yes.
After badgering me for how long that I haven't seen them, I ordered them all.
Yes. I can't believe you see John Wick.
Dude, I live under a rock.
Man, there's no excuse for your behavior.
I live under a rock. No You've been to my house.
I have. There's no excuse for your behavior.
So
good movie though. Good, excellent movie.
Oh man.
No, you have to put the helmet on.
It doesn't fit.
Here's an FYI. I don't know if you're aware of this. The Missouri legislature is considering a law that would make it legal to break a car window to rescue a pet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in favor of it because the last time I broke a car window to rescue a purse, I got arrested.
All right. Well, Mike has to. Damn it, David. And see, Mike, you don't understand. I'm the MC at the comedy shows. They literally do this to try and trip me up while I'm trying to like announce them and all that stuff too.
He ought to be around backstage. We're all back there talking.
Whenever we're ripping on each other and whatever.
I mean,
but anyway, Mike needs to jump off. So I'm going to go ahead and let you jump off here, man. Thank you so much, brother, for jumping on with us and hanging out. Make sure go over, check out warriorsascent.org, warriorsascent.org. Or on Facebook, and reach out, see if you can help them out. If you want to get involved in the program, there's all of the resources are there. And again, thank you very much, and keep in contact because I definitely want to bring you guys out to Warrior Fest and
anytime
get
you want to
guys
come
some
on,
more exposure.
Anytime you want to come on, pimp out an event, anything, you have an open mic, sir.
Appreciate it very much, guys. No, seriously, thanks so much for having me. It's been great. Appreciate y'all and what you do for veterans. So we'll definitely be in touch.
Well, thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, guys. That was Mike Kinney. Look him
Mike
up.
Kinney.
Look him up. Warriors Ascent. Man.
No relation to Justin Keeney. So, because there's some idiots that say his name wrong. It's wrong.
Wrong.
We tried to reach out to the man who died in this pursuit. They were unavailable for comment. Micah, back to you.
Really? You think so? So I want to trim that to where it's just her and start just using that as our freaking news correspondent.
Oh, dead air? Is that time for another
Yeah, because I'm talking to Richie and he just man doesn't pay attention.
I'm trying to figure out. Okay, I got it.
Stop trying to figure out technology during the show.
Oh, I need to go home. Go ahead, Jet. Go ahead, David.
Oh,
yeah.
The
talkie talk.
You know what you call a frozen waffle on a Southern California beach? San Diego. pretty obvious.
Okay. Here we go. First top 10. No, yeah. Oh, you're porn. That's funny.
Yeah.
All right. Most recognizable fictional characters.
Most recognizable fictional characters. Okay, hold on. How many of these are out of books and you're not going to agree because they're out of books?
I don't know.
Because you don't read.
I don't know that.
Okay, well, David's going to have to explain some of these to you, I'm sure.
Well, number 10 is my boy. I know more about this cat than anybody else. Number 10, Donald Duck.
Okay.
He should be number 3. Automatically. I'm automatically pissed at the list.
Well, yeah, I did. Yeah, he should be in the, at least the top 5.
Remember, most recognizable. Okay. Number 9, Belle.
From Beauty and the Beast.
Appears Walt Disney's 30th animated film, Beauty and the Beast. That's correct.
I did.
The 1991.
Really?
Not the top 10 by any stretch.
I don't think she's top 10, no. But I mean, but on the same note, yeah.
Number 8, Godzilla.
Oh, Rookie Godzilla! I mean,
recognizable.
Hey, our buddy Tommy Gibbons, who wrote our intro, he's a huge Godzilla fan.
Hey, all right, that's cool. Because number 7, I hate this.
SpongeBob.
Yes.
Yeah.
I figured.
By the way, Richie, you know what SpongeBob SquarePants is in Spanish?
Yeah, Dumbo.
No. It's Sponge Roberto Square Pantalones.
Pantalones, yes. yes. Technically. I like El Dumio.
Anyway.
Number 6, Mario.
Mario. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I grew up on Mario, so.
This one here, but it's fictional, so it counts. Number 5, Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, I agree with that one. We're actually agreeing with most of the top 10 tonight. This is weird.
Number 4.
Oh, God.
Ronald McDonald.
Yeah.
That should be a separate category.
Yeah, that I think that one should be, because that's like, the Burger King and the Hamburglar and
like a mascot or something.
Yeah, that's mascots. That's not to me. That's not fictional characters. So that one,
That's weird. But it's funny they made it because probably some fat dude with big titties smoking weed was thought about it. Dude, that was Ronnie. Yeah. Number 3, Santa Claus. Talking about fat guys. Santa Claus.
That should be like the number 1 most recognized fictional character of all time. I mean,
number 2. Oh, Mike is interrupting right during the show. I'll get back to you in a second, Mike. Hold on. Number 2, Superman.
Mm-hmm.
And number 1, hi, I'm Mickey Mouse.
Right.
Number 1, Mickey Mouse.
I still think Santa should be higher than Mickey. For longevity, David.
Longevity.
Thank you. Sake. I was like, screw it. I'm resident smart guy. Say it. Go ahead.
This is which version of Sherlock Holmes?
Just Sherlock Holmes in general. I mean, what was the guy who wrote the books?
Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
Arthur Conan Doyle. I knew it was Sir. I was like, Sir.
His brother was surreptitious. Very, very sneaky.
The only thing about Mickey Mouse that I think they went off of was the sheer body of work. But nobody has more body work than Santa Claus. But Mickey's been around 1800s.
He's been on more T-shirts than Santa Claus. Probably.
Yeah, I don't have a problem Mickey being in the top 3, but Santa Claus not being number 1. That give me a second here, David. Fill some time while
All right. This morning I found a spider in my sock drawer. I tell you that. Very upsetting because it belongs in the spider drawer. Saw a spider in my kitchen, speaking of spiders, but instead of killing it, I started telling it about my fantasy football team, and it left quietly on its own.
Okay. Richie, just so you know, Mickey Mouse was born in 1928.
Okay. Well, there you go. And probably born out of here in Missouri. because
Well, his original name actually was Steamboat Willie.
and Walt Disney was down there in we put it Marceline, Missouri for a while. That's where he lived, and he supposedly drew a lot of those characters by living in Marceline, Missouri. So I don't know, but see, you ain't the only one with education.
So
okay,
we got another one.
Yeah.
What's this?
Most recognizable pop culture icons.
Oh God.
Pop culture. How these ain't never even heard of. Number 10. Gorilza. Yeah. G-O-R-I-L-L-A-Z. Number 9.
That's Gorillaz, and they were a band in the mid to late 90s, early 2000s.
It didn't have no S on it. I thought it was, but it didn't have no S on it, so I didn't think it was Gorillas. I thought it was something
Z. What sound does Z make, Richie?
Gorilza.
Z.
Yeah.
Gorillas.
See, let me look at that. That's what you get when I look at the top 10. Number 9. Homer Simpson.
Yeah. Longest running adult animated show in history. The Simpsons, you know.
Number 8. Mario.
Okay.
He crossed over. A couple of these will cross over. Number 7, I think should be higher, but we'll argue that point. Number 7 is Senior Badass himself, Mr. Bruce Lee.
Okay.
Lee.
What's the category?
Pop culture icons.
Most recognizable pop culture icon of all time.
No, David, it's horrible. Some of these lists are absolutely just, I don't even know a word that would describe how disgustingly bad they are.
And you look on it, and hundreds of thousands of people have voted on some of these.
Yeah. No.
Number 6, Batman.
Okay.
Which means number 5, Godzilla.
Okay.
You got that right. Number 4, Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood? Okay.
Yeah.
I agree with Bobby. Homer should have been on both those lists.
Yeah, from here up sucks. If above Clint Eastwood, you better be good to be above Clint Eastwood. Number 3, yeah. What's up, Doc?
Bugs Bunny.
Bugs Bunny.
Okay.
Number 2, for the nerds out there. Luke, I am your father. Darth Vader.
Yeah, your Darth Vader sucks.
Well, this is the modern Darth.
No.
Yeah, it does suck.
Yeah, Vader.
Number 1.
I don't think he's a pop culture icon, though.
I figured that instead of Darth Vader, that would have been whoever the good guy was on there.
Luke Skywalker.
Luke Skywalker, Han Solo. One.
But I don't see any of those as pop culture icons. You know, fictional characters, yes, but not pop culture icon.
And number 1 is a repeat from last one. Mickey Mouse.
By the way, Luke Skywalker, I don't know if you're aware of this, had a brother that specialized in repairing windows. His name was Luke Cockerwalker.
Sure it wasn't his sister, Lakeisha Cockerwalker?
Terrell is actually correct in this statement. Clint Eastwood is also a song by the Gorillaz.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, well, there you go. Go ahead, Justin. What's yours?
No, I don't have one pulled up yet. Hold on.
All right.
I keep on grabbing the mouse to run this computer, and it's running this computer. So
let's see. What else do I have for you while we're waiting here? I wish I'd named my son Harley.
Look, this is so nice what he wrote. I'm going to read it on air. Normally I keep it private, but this guy really did a good job. Mike Kenny, who was just on here, said, Richie, my thanks to you and Justin for having me on. It was a great time. Love what you guys are doing, bringing veterans together. Let's definitely stay in touch, partner to help veterans. Thanks, Mike Kenny.
There you go. Excellent.
That was pretty good right there, man. Well,
Anyway.
thank you, Mr. Kenny.
have we done this one? The top comedians of all time?
Well, if I ain't on there, it's a flawed list.
I don't remember.
I think we did. But
I think it's changed though, because I'm looking at this number 11, and he's moved down quite a bit.
That's true. Let's run it again.
All right. So at number 10,
Oh.
Mr. Puddin' Pop himself.
Oh, putting his dick where it don't belong. Yeah, Mr. Rapey.
Oh,
Senior
God.
Rapey.
William Henry Bill Cosby. Oh,
Why is it every
Lord.
time I know a Bill or William, they're rapey. Bill Clinton, you know, he had sexual relations.
Can you tell who this one is? Number 9, Mr. Bill Hicks.
Wow.
Number 8, Mr. Gabriel Fluffy Iglesias. I
don't have a problem with
I agree with that.
Number 8, that's a good spot.
Yeah. And honestly, I think he could be a little bit higher, but I don't know.
I don't have
Number 7, Chris Rock. Louis C.K. is number 6. I don't agree with that one. I don't
even think he should be on a board.
I don't particularly like Louis C.K. personally.
I can name
his
7.
comedy at least, but
yeah, he's not on there. He's number 6. That means some people got beat out. Yeah, my boy,
Mr. Eddie Murphy, number 5.
5 though. He's my number 3.
But
he's top 5.
At number 4, I agree with, but he could also go a little higher. Mr. Richard Pryor.
That's bullshit. If he ain't the number 1, it's a flawed list. Flawed.
No, I agree with number 1. I've already seen it. Number 3, Mr. Dave Chappelle.
I had a Richard. Wrong.
Yeah,
fake news.
Shut up.
Wrong.
Wrong. I don't agree with Dave Chappelle at number 3. He is funny. He did do a lot of crazy stuff, but he did not beat out Dave.
Nobody beats Richard. So.
Richard Pryor.
Go ahead. I'm gonna pound
number 2, Mr. Robin Williams.
That man's awesome.
Yes.
That man is.
Mickey, you're an idiot because this list is actually somewhat correct.
2nd and 3rd would be where I think had him at 2nd and 3rd. I don't have a problem with that.
And number 1, Mr. George Carlin.
I knew who it was.
I agree with that.
Changed.
That is yes.
I disagree with that. I think he should be number 2. Only behind Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor was a king. He could show up and do clean. He could do church, school, and a bar all the same night.
All right, this is the most overrated comedians.
Oh, here we go.
And this one I'm probably going to agree with a lot. Number 10, Aziz Ansari. I agree.
Yeah, well, at least he made a list.
He made a list.
That's all I can tell him. He made a
list.
list.
Most overrated comedians, yes. Number 9, Tracy Morgan. He's great in a lot of the shows and movies he's in.
I think he's a good actor.
I'm not really a fan of his stand-up, so okay.
No.
Sarah Silverman, I agree. She needs to be on this list.
Yeah, she should be higher than that.
Number 7, I do not agree with. Mr. Daniel Lawrence Whitney.
Whoa.
Larry the Cable Guy is in at number 7, the number 7 most overrated comedian of all time.
You know how much money he's made? What's the criteria for being overrated?
Well, but see, here's the thing, though. You have to look at the demographic. What demographic does Larry the Cable Guy play to versus what demographic does, say Sarah Silverman play to?
The funny's still funny.
So it's,
funny's still funny.
Some people may not find redneck humor as funny as rednecks.
Yeah, but he does a lot more. I mean,
number 6, I agree with Will Ferrell.
Yeah, I don't like him.
Overrated.
Yeah.
He's funny in a lot of his movies. I don't particularly like his stand-up.
My son and I have an argument about him every year. I don't think he's that funny at all. He doesn't make me laugh. He's a good actor.
Yeah. Number 5, Daniel Tosh. Yes, I agree. He is.
If he'd been number 3, I would have been mad.
Yeah. Number 4, Jeff Dunham. Ooh.
He was most sought after.
What do you
comedian.
think?
He was most sought after comedian.
Overrated?
I don't know. I don't know.
He was most sought after comedian.
I don't know.
Ever. It's because he uses props. In our line of work, if he uses props, you're not that good at comedian, they say.
No.
I think it's funny the way he does it.
Yeah, I mean,
funny's funny, man.
I don't think he's overrated by any means.
No,
number 3.
If he'd been on the top 10 of the other list, I wouldn't have been mad either.
Oh no, I wouldn't have been mad at all on that.
I hate her guts.
Yeah, Amy Schumer, number 3. Yeah, she's good right there.
That she's ugly as sin and she's not funny. She should just
go away.
Anyway,
number 2, Dane Cook. Yeah, I agree.
Number 2, I don't know about number 2. I think he should be on this list.
I don't think deserves to be as high as he is.
Yeah. But he's on the list. Yeah.
Jeff Dunham should not be on that list, but he is. And the number 1 most overrated comedian of all time.
Please tell me. Yeah, man.
Kevin Hart.
You mean Kevin Hart's on here? Kevin Hart, he's on here like that? That's all he ever does on a comedy right here.
Well, so does Chris Rock, but let me tell you. So
Wow. Yeah, he's.
So now we're going to go into the worst.
Hold on. I seen a one of these lists. Though somebody put on there that Bill Burr was overrated.
Yeah.
I think Bill Burr is very talented. I don't like some of his comedy because
it's
he way downgrades women in my culture. That's not acceptable.
Right.
However, it ain't just about me.
Right.
There's people that love him. I think he's a great artist.
Okay, so the worst.
We had a tie for 11th.
The worst. No, this is a newcomer. But anyway, the worst comedians of all time. Worst stand-up comedians. Number 10, Kathy Griffin.
Okay.
I agree. Dave?
Okay.
Yep.
You can agree with that?
Okay.
Number 9, Jeff Dunham. What the hell? Why do people hate him so much? He's funny.
They can't hate him. He's the most sought-after comedian ever.
One of them, yeah, him and Fluffy. Rosie O'Donnell comes in at number 8.
No, if you've seen any of her early stuff, it was wonderful.
Oh yeah, her older stuff. But like
older
all of a sudden, she went off the freaking wagon and went all political and.
But I've seen her do some stuff on Johnny Carson. It was just
her
killer.
early stuff,
brilliant stuff.
So no, that's number 8. Number 7, Andy Dick.
7 though.
I don't know if he's a. That's kind of one of the things. You know, I've only seen a couple of his stand-up specials, but I've seen him in a lot of movies, and he does a lot of bit parts anyway.
Would you
pay
to
funny?
see? Would you reach in your pocket and pay? Let's say, would you pay $50 a scene?
No.
Would you pay $25 a scene?
No.
Would you pay 10?
Maybe, depending on who else is on the bill.
Fair enough.
But I wouldn't go to a comedy show for more than about 15 anyway. But that's because I'm a cheap ass.
You're a sketchy bastard. Yeah, no.
So number 7 is Andy Dick. I'm not 100% sure he deserves to be that high on the list.
Yeah.
But we'll go with it. Number 6, Carrot Top. And I'm sorry, he is one of the ugliest damn comedians out there. This guy needs to say no to plastic surgery.
The fact that you've got it down as a comedian, it's funny to me anyway.
Good Lord, he's choking himself.
Oh, well, I didn't bring anything to drink. Number 5, Larry the Cable Guy. Again, what is the deal? Like, okay, he did run that get her done phrase in the dirt.
All the way to the bank.
Wait, let me finish. However, how much damn money has he made off of Get Her Done? I mean, the hats, the shirts, the freaking drink koozies, all the other shit.
On the Blue Collar Tour, I seen Fox with the 11th, which I disagree with that. He made more money than Pryor, sold out more than Pryor.
Oh, God, yeah.
Okay. You mean tell me he's number 5 and Bill Engvall ain't on there?
Ron White isn't even on there.
Ron White's funny as shit. Bill Engvall's not that funny to me. His funniest bit was finding his daughter's underwear in her dryer, and the biggest piece of clothing was a tag.
Yeah.
That was his funny bit.
Well, yeah, and I
David writes stuff like that, throws it aside, uses it later in scrap material.
Well, and I kind of like his here's your sign bits, because they were funny. After a while, they kind of whatever.
Around, yeah.
But it's kind of like you might be a redneck with Jeff Foxworthy. I mean, it. Wow. So number 4, Sarah Silverman, deserving of that one. I'm sorry, she is vulgar, she is nasty, she is rude. I do not like her stand-up.
Hold on right there. That's a good point. I'm going to ask you since you're here, David. And I know you're the king of clean comedy, and I love your material, brother. I really do. You know how I feel about you. Do you think going to these comedy shows with these vulgar comedians is good comedy or not?
It depends. Some people deliberately seek out vulgar comedians.
Mm-hmm.
Some people, and others think it's an imposition. Tell you about Dusty Slaves, one of the funniest working comedians in America right now. And he used to be a dirty comedian. He was no holds barred. And since he cleaned up his act, he's been on the Tonight Show, several Tonight shows, and late night shows. and he's on the side of a comedy venue in Nashville, the Heavy.
Tennessee. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. His
Right on.
they drew a picture of him on the side of the building,
Hmm.
and he
Well-
does no dirty material at all. And
Wow.
he did a 180 from what the stuff he used to do
Right.
to the stuff he does now, and now he's a giant success.
I think,
Right.
I think if you're a fan and you go to hear a comedy and you feel uncomfortable, and if you're with a woman or a male and they feel uncomfortable, I think it's bad comedy.
Mhm.
I don't. Anybody get up and say "fuck shit, hell, puke, cocksucker," and all that. That doesn't. That's adult language. But when you start talking about nasty vaginas and all this other stuff on there,
No.
What are you
that's
talking
just-
to
that's just not
Andrew
comedy.
Dice Clay?
that's just not comedy. Andrew Dice Clay
How
was
much
not
money did Andrew Dice Clay make though?
funny. But look what era he was in too. It's like Pryor. What era
Yeah.
was Pryor in?
Yeah.
Pryor was king.
That edgy, super edgy era, and so now, granted, in today's world, they wouldn't survive.
But I think they would because, like Richard, he was an
No,
artist.
if they did the exact same
Oh,
thing they were
same
doing
material.
then,
Yeah,
no,
they would.
no,
Eddie-
I don't think they'd
Eddie
be able
made-
to survive.
Eddie made hands over fists of money.
God, yes.
But he picked on the homosexuals all the time.
Oh yeah.
Today that bit wouldn't go. Now I think Eddie would survive because he's
Yeah.
a true artist of his work.
Oh yeah, and so would Richard.
Some of
and
these comedians wouldn't do it.
no, I,
This
like
list here
Clay.
sucks.
I don't think he would do it.
Like Sarah Silverman, I don't think she can. She can't be funny.
No.
Go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just want to get that out. I want David's opinion.
Carlos Mencia, number 3.
Worst, one of the top 3 worst ever.
I've never looked at Carlos Mencia as a stand-up comedian. I don't view him as he's a host.
Yeah.
He's funny. I mean, he's had his the Amazing Racist and some of the other stuff that he's done.
Is he still
and
alive?
they're funny. I think so. But I don't really consider him a stand-up comedian. Like I've never actually seen a Carlos Mencia stand-up special.
David, what do you think?
Well, I'll go back to my early. I thought of something else to add to that dirty humor.
All right.
There's several stand-up comedians that I've heard in Kansas City that start their set with "Do you like porn?" And I immediately say, "Heard it." If that's your whole crux of your comedy, you say, "Do you like porn?" and then start talking about porn. It's like there's not a joke in that set that's original.
There ain't 5 good minutes.
No,
nothing in there.
no. So, if that's the best you can do, then I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm sorry. In fact, I did a takeoff on that. A guy gets up on stage for an open mic and he says, "Do you like porn?" And then he expects everybody to laugh at everything he says, but everything he says, not funny. It's
Right.
not funny.
You get that courtesy clap.
Yeah, that
That, you know what that laugh is?
you get the laughs that I get whenever I tell my jokes on stage.
You get what those laughs that he's getting called?
Sympathy laughs.
Thank God it's over laugh.
Yeah.
Thank God it's over laugh. So
Yeah, the laugh that I get.
Is that his caliber?
Carlos Mencia, no, he got DTD.
Yeah.
That was his thing. What do you think about Carlos?
I'm not familiar with him
Okay.
at all.
Okay.
There you
Number
go.
2, Dane Cook.
Again? What did number 2 last time? Or no, it's 3.
Yeah, he's number 3. But I kind of Dane Cook was kind of a one-trick pony.
I don't remember what his
He
was.
didn't have like a big standout joke. It was mostly,
I can't think of what
20 somethings that just
that's a lot of way things are now.
yeah.
Huh. Okay.
And number 1,
You know what? I apologize.
the
for picking-
worst stand-up comedian of all time, Amy Schumer.
I apologize for picking this list, Justin. I apologize. I now agree with it officially. I can't. I can't stand her.
I do not like her.
Listen, I don't mean to be rude to people, but if she pulled her lip over her head and swallow, it wouldn't piss me off.
No.
She married a chef and porked up about
Oh, really?
30 pounds.
Oh yeah, she gained a lot of weight all of a sudden. Which I don't care if that's your thing, do it. But
I mean, who am I to talk about porking up? But
right.
she had a big bit about it.
Oh yeah, she did. Let's see who's down here. Russell Brand,
Jeff
Tom Green,
Foxworthy.
Jeff Foxworthy,
Tom
Gallagher. Gallagher?
Well, When's the last time he's really did anything?
Well, Gallagher was big in what, the 80s and maybe early 90s, and then he kind of fell off. You know, and his big shtick was the giant hammer and smashing watermelons on people. Whatever.
Now we got Tanner right. Get in line.
Jimmy Fallon.
Yes, I hate him. If we ever get a chance to go on his show, I'm declining.
Frankie Boyle. I don't know who that is. Eddie Izzard.
Okay, I've heard of him, Eddie.
He's very, very clever. He did a bit on the cafeteria on the Death Star where Darth Vader shows up and tries to get a sandwich, and it's the funniest. It just keeps going on and on. It's great.
Pauly Shore.
Joe Rogan.
Oh, wow.
Joe Rogan's a stand-up comedian.
Yeah. I didn't think he's too bad. I mean, I'll let him open for me.
Frank Caliendo.
He does.
I love his impressions, though.
Oh yeah, that's Frank's shtick.
Yeah, that's his
I mean,
thing.
he is like the king of impressions.
I couldn't hold a candle to him. Not at all.
Russell Howard, I don't know who that is. Paula Poundstone, I don't.
Yes, you do.
I know who that is. You do. Frank Skinner, Yakov Smirnoff.
I thought he's clever.
In Soviet Russia, car drives you.
Which one?
Yakov.
And then final is Simon.
Yeah, one of his jokes was one of the things I love about America: warning shots.
Yeah, okay.
Yakov Smirnoff was funny.
He was funny.
Yeah,
you know,
I've seen one of his bits though.
I love this country.
Yeah,
I love this country.
Yeah, I didn't. 24, maybe because he ain't got no material or enough body of work.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And then Simon Amstel, which I don't know who that is either.
Yeah, don't have a clue.
So let's see.
Wow.
Anyway, speaking of names you don't recognize, I wish I named my son Harley, because then he could introduce himself as Harley, David's son.
There you go.
That's true. It's a true fact.
This one would be great for Athen. 10 top 10 biggest stoners of all time.
Well, that'd be interesting. See where Willie comes up. Pull it up. Let's try it. Here's a question real quick though from one of our fans, and don't think we're ignoring you guys.
Oh no!
Of this crew, which should be higher on the list?
Sarah Silverman, Rosie, or Griffin? I would say Sarah Silverman. I'm sorry. Before Kathy Griffin did her whole like holding Trump's head thing.
Yeah.
She actually had some funny stuff that she did. And it was legitimately funny. It wasn't like sympathy laugh or thank God it's done laugh. She actually had some funny material.
Yeah.
Sarah Silverman, I've never found anything of hers funny. And like we were talking about earlier, Rosie back in her younger years, back in the Johnny Carson days and whatnot like that, she did really good.
Sarah Silverman had a deal one time, made me laugh. Only bitch she ever made me laugh. I'm talking about what her and her board had in common. No lumps and easy to lay.
And probably the same IQ.
Yeah. And then she come out with who's that? Hillary Clinton. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so the top 10 biggest stoners of all time. Athen Daly comes in at number 10. No. Keith Moon.
I see two.
From The Who. Tupac comes in at number 12.
He did.
But number 10 is Keith Moon from The Who.
Yeah, he was totally wired.
Was that
really?
Right?
Oh, one time they took him to the hospital when he was ranting. He was just, completely wild, man. They could not give him enough sedatives. They said if they gave him any more, they'd kill him.
Jesus.
He was on everything except, like Robin Williams said, I was on everything except roller skates.
So what you're saying, maybe Keith Moon should have been up a little higher.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, just wait.
Oh, here we go.
Number 9, Little White, which I don't know who this is. Patrick Lanshaw. Apparently, he's a rapper from Memphis, Tennessee.
Don't know him.
Yeah.
So I can't argue.
I guess he's a huge pothead. Ozzy Osbourne. He definitely needs to be higher on this list.
Yep.
Oh, poor Ozzy. Yeah.
Sharon. So
look, Ozzy, just sing to me. Okay?
Number 7, Seth Rogen.
Is he a tweet?
He's a stoner. Yes. Number 6, Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah.
For God's sakes, he's got a mobile game about growing weed.
Yeah,
He's definitely up there.
Any questions?
No. Jimi Hendrix.
Jimmy.
Number 5.
Miss your brother. You were a talented man.
Number 4, Cheech Marin. Of course.
Wait a minute. Oh, talking about his character or him?
Yes.
That's right,
Because he was his character. Number 3, Willie Nelson.
Ooh, he didn't eat number 1?
We didn't get number 1. Number 2, Snoop Dogg.
I don't think he would have counted Willie's ass, but okay. Who's
number 1,
Bob
Marley.
Well,
true.
You know who didn't make the list?
Martha Stewart.
Tommy Chong.
Yeah. Along with Cheech.
No, Cheech
Yeah, he should have been right there with Cheech.
Cheech is all right. He's right there.
Yeah, Lil Wayne, Kurt Cobain, Juicy J, Sid Barrett, George W. Bush, Seth MacFarlane.
The president?
Yeah, George W. Bush.
That explains everything.
Keith Richards is number 19.
Yeah, no
Jimmy Page, John Lennon, Janis Joplin,
I knew
Barack
Janis.
Obama.
In Barack Obama's high school yearbook.
It says he smokes weed every day.
No, that's not true.
Look,
But
right here.
That's not true. And in his high school yearbook, that he did testimony to his weed dealer.
Really?
Yes.
That's great.
Thanked him.
It wouldn't surprise me if he still smokes. In today's day and age, where it's a lot more acceptable, I think he probably still tokes up. But
so beyond that.
Amy Winehouse.
She's no more than a stoner.
And Mac Miller. I don't know who that is either. Bill Clinton should have been on that list. No, Bill Clinton huffed gasoline. He didn't inhale.
Two of our
Remember?
presidents
He didn't inhale.
that they knew of.
Yeah. Bill Clinton didn't inhale, just like Bill Clinton did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Bang, I knew I'd get you to love it. And Monica didn't
There's
swallow
Snoop
either.
Dogg. Speaking of Snoop Dogg, my son said he was proud of me because he heard I started to listen to rap music. And I said, no, what I said was the last time I fell, I heard my hip hop.
Oh,
Your son's very proud.
That's a great joke.
Yeah. 3, 2, and 1. I would. Those are a good top 3. I'd switch them around a little bit. I'd have Willie number 1.
Yeah,
and
Willie, Bob, and Snoop.
And
but
Bob at number 2, and Snoop up there.
No.
Him and Snoop, Willie and Snoop hung out together. They didn't see each other for a while, or nobody's seen them two for a while. I mean,
yeah,
they hung out, they were gone.
Well, and Snoop and Martha.
And Willie's got more body of work.
Yeah. And Willie's 147 years old.
Willie's the Highlander. Okay.
The only way to kill him is by cutting his head off.
That's right. He's a Highlander.
And then smoking him.
In the end, they could be only one. Yeah, that's him.
Oh, good God. Yeah, Tommy Chong should have been on that list. Willie should have been up there round number 1. But I mean, Willie, Tommy, and Cheech.
I'm gonna drop a dime on my boy. Typhoon should have been on that list. I love Typhoon.
Oh shit. But anyway, so we are down to the last 5 minutes of the show. And you know, it is and we guys, we do this every week, and we do this because we love you guys. We love doing this. This is therapy for us. And you know, it legitimately has been probably the best 6 years of my life going, you know, so far. You know, it breaks my heart, and I'm bummed out that we can't do Warrior Fest, but we do have something in the works that is going to take its place at least this year. And then we are going to roll that into a summer show in the future, where we're just going to do something big, just a big comedy bash, I think. And we'll have some details. As soon as we get some more details on that, we will let you in.
Well,
and I'm pretty sure you're going to see that guy right over there.
I got 3 comedians already lined up for this event. David Scott,
yeah,
Petty Murphy, and myself.
Okay.
And Tater, if he ever acknowledges he wants to do it or not.
He'll do it. We just got to get it.
Roy didn't.
I think Roy is down too.
Yeah, Roy.
So I mean, we you know, and we want it to be basically a big comedy Super Bowl WrestleMania kind of type thing.
Feature,
no opener, no feature. Everybody gets headliner time slots.
Yep.
30 minutes, go, make people freaking laugh and have a good time.
Yep.
And honestly, it's because of you guys that we're able to do this every week, and thank you so much. We want to make sure that everybody understands that, pulling the trigger, swallowing those pills, cutting your wrist, whatever it might be, it's not the way to go. Please, call me, call Richie, call Tater threw his number in here on a little bit ago. I'm sure David will talk to you. Find him on Facebook. He'll talk to you. He'll tell you some dad jokes, make you laugh, make you forget what you're even upset about. So,
speaking of which,
yeah.
Did you know? Here's a visual for you: that if you laid a blue whale on a football field with its nose on one goal line,
mm-hmm.
you'd have to reschedule that game.
You see what I'm saying? So, with that being said, David, thank you so much for coming on and hanging out with us tonight. For Richie, for David, for Mike, and for Bobby, I am Goose. Thank you so much. Remember, if you are having issues, please reach out to somebody. Please reach out to somebody. Much love to you all. We will talk to you guys later, and we'll see you next week right here on Woe Entertainment. This is the Woe Radio Show. I'm Goose. Much love, guys.
Donald Doug ahoy.